Are you eating steak because it's healthy for you? Ask somebody, are you eating steak? You know, because it's like vitamin D shots. Like, you know you're not eating steak because you think it's healthy. Are you eating chicken because you really feel like it's a medicine? Like, you know, we say, you know, food is a medicine. And you know damn well, people who eat meat don't be calling food no medicine. People who eat greens be calling food a medicine. But I never seen someone have a bunch of chicken and steak around. You know, food is a medicine. In fact, people be like, yo, I don't even eat meat that much, or I start eating red meat. This tells you what? That they know it's not good for them. And if you know you're consuming something or smoking something that you know is not good for you and you still resort to it, then it tells you that you resorted to a delicious suicide. It's a convenient way to say I want out because it hurts too much to do it the conventional way. Cutting the risk will hurt entirely too much. So how about I just eat something that I know is not good for me, that would take me out purportedly with less pain than the cut. So a lot of us victimize ourselves with the delicious suicide notion. And the same way people say, that woman is toxic, brother. She's no good for you. You gotta separate yourself from her. If you can say that about your friend's lover, why can't you say that about the food you in love with? Huh? Now I'm touching feelings. Now you catching feelings. If you can tell somebody, yo, she's toxic, you need to get rid of her, then let me open up your fridge and tell you, this food is toxic. You need to get rid of that. You ain't gonna do that. Just like homie ain't getting rid of that girl, you ain't getting rid of that food because y'all addicted. You addicted because you feel you're not gonna get better or you feel you can't do better. You gotta really introspect and ask yourself, why am I addicted to killing myself? Why are you addicted to killing yourself? Think about it. The average one of you will tell you, I know I don't eat right. So when does it stop? You never consider like, yo, what am I going through mentally and emotionally for me to be taking in items that I know pose such a detriment? How do you feel about yourself? How much do you love yourself? I don't give a heck about how much you read in these books. You can determine a lot about a person's IQ based on what they eat. And by IQ, you're probably confused. Let me say, love is another form of intelligence. The ability for one to demonstrate love for others and themselves is a high form of intellect. Some people are incapable of really articulating or expressing or in too much fear of being vulnerable to conduct love. There's a different type of intelligence to show love, to give love, and to get love back. That's a whole different type of intelligence. So I can tell a lot by people's IQ, particularly their love for themselves, based on the things that they consume. The way you eat every day determines how much love you have for yourself. Is your Gucci belt hindering you or making you incapable of loving your people? Is your Louis Vuitton shoes a contradiction to the movement?
Let me see. Okay.
This is important now.
All right, hold
we
on.
can't play no games.
This is what I do, right? Boom, right? This is Yada.
So how can you beat for the black?
Well, listen. Look, this is me, man. You know, this is you know what I'm saying? This is just me. This is me. This is who I am.
We gonna lose them now.
Man, this is who I am.
Don't lose them, brother. I ain't want you to do that.
Listen, this is who I am.
Who are you?
I'm real to self. Nothing I have on makes me. Nothing. My Gucci belt didn't say Yada don't get land for people for free. My Gucci belt didn't say Yada don't give $20,000 to people in a homeless shelter and not get nothing back in return. Me.
Talk to him.
But I don't see nobody in Daishiki's doing half of what I'm doing, brother. But nobody running around with crystals all around the neck doing nothing that I'm doing. People that moving the sage and all that. Nah, come on, man. That's for show. That's to impress other people. I do me. Yada likes what he likes. I dress like this because I like what I see when I look in the mirror. I've been doing this before the health. I'm still doing it now. I changed my mind state. They paying attention to my clothes, not paying attention to my works.
Interesting. When our brothers and sisters from the hood see the Gucci belt, it becomes the bat signal for, damn, things might be better. Coupled with, or Robbins or whatever it is, they say, yo, hold on, he's doing this pretty consistent. It automatically becomes room for conversation. The brother says, yo, I want to be like you. Or can I be put on? Mm-hmm. Now the responsibility is in our hands to see what we say to that person when they say that. We speak in the language of the people. Nice. If you don't understand it, that means you're illiterate and non-fluent in it. And it's all right, because we all get suspicious when people speak a language around us we don't understand. Nice. We always think they're trying to ridicule us on the low. Right. So this is a different language, and you feeling like we're trying to disrespect you, but we're not even talking about you. You know what I'm saying? We're creating the conversation. We're not necessarily having it. It's a blessing to have people come from a certain background, make it, and still care. Mm. Right. Because then the way we market ourselves, the way we think, the way we approach the world, it's going to be reminiscent to that of the very geniuses that exist in the hood that didn't make it out. Mm. And we can segue for the motivation that they need for one more day to make it out. You have no idea. So this is a whole different thing to a lot of people. You have no idea the motivation brothers and sisters get. Seeing the very material things that you say, have you discussed it? You have no idea. And to y'all, it's just clothes, it's just shades, it's just watches. It's a cultural thing. It's a paradigm. A paradigm is a set of written and unwritten rules that people guide their lives and cultures by. There's rules in the streets, written and unwritten. So we come from a culture where if you don't have nothing, some things represent you are on the rise. You found a level of sustainability as far as transcending the depths of poverty. And so jewelry has been represented as a sign that things are bad, but no matter how bad things go, I've found my opportunity to shine. Jewelry has become a metaphor in the hood. Like, you know, I mean, things is bad. We all live in the hood. We all know we're impoverished. But some of us have found something to say, but I found the discipline to accumulate enough fiat to wear a symbol that suggests to me I can do this and more, because this was the first step. A lot of people don't understand this. There's a language taking place in the hood that people don't understand. They just think, oh man, he's just wearing jewelry because, you know, the young brothers are thinking, no, we're trying to say, you know what, we're overwhelmed by the situation. We're just wearing material things to represent the fact that every now and then we have our come-ups. Some of us more than others. But we have our come-ups. Yeah, I got a Hummer parked in front of the projects. May not be the brightest idea for a number of reasons. Nonetheless, why is it done? Because these are extensions of our character. So the Hummer represents the insecurity one has being impoverished, and the necessity to remind everybody else that, yeah, even though things are bad, I can always reflect on this, because this is that extension of myself that I'm proud of, in contrast and in contradiction to the poverty that is hard to escape day to day.
And a lot of people get mad. They say, "Yada, why are you dressed like this in military science?"
Wow. And that's why I call it a wardrobe.
Man,
hence the reason war.
When my young brothers see me, they can relate.
They salute. And that's why. You know why? Because according to their ancient African archetype of conception, because we talk this talk, but we don't live the science.
Facts.
We live in a world of symbolism. We've always done that. Look at them hieroglyphics. Okay? In our community, what we wearing is a form of communication. Believe it or not, and it's a form of our sexuality. It is an extension of our spirit sexually. So when you try to suppress a man or a woman's right to demonstrate how they feel through their dress code, there is a potential for you to try to suppress them sexually. So we're talking about body language, we're talking about communication, we're talking about getting the items that are necessary to conduct the transmission of certain of those thoughts. Now I know you may say, polite just says shit sounds so damn deep. Because it is that deep. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard clothes broken down like a cultural aesthetic that represents metaphors of transcendence as it relates to poverty. And one of the things that I learned that I had to engage to heighten my IQ was to study art of all sorts. And that's why I'm able to appreciate the aesthetic that is embedded into the cultural paradigm of Black people as it relates to the clothes that they wear. There are hidden messages in the way that we dress and how we process or consider what level a person is on based on what they're wearing. Is it true? No, but it speaks to a poverty narrative that was created from people who had nothing, and now in order to grasp their attention or to earn the right to communicate with them, they are looking for signs and symbols that warrant communication, men and women. This is how we respond. And you can know all the knowledge in the world, but do you have the signs and symbols that may empower you with the opportunity to take people out of that materialism and make them cross the threshold of consciousness? So no matter how much dashikis I wear,
and then those dashikis are made in China. Come on, stop it.
Facts.
You can't do me like that.
I mean, even the design of the dashiki has a European influence.
Man, where's the
because it didn't look like that originally.
Where's the fabric coming from?
Yeah, it is. No matter how much globs of shea butter I put on, as rumor has it, spiritualists, Black nationalists, those that are Pan-African, people that are conscious, know so much but can do very little about their own situation when it comes to power. So no matter how much dashikis I wear, no matter how much globs of shea butter I put on, none of it is going to register when I teach my people until they see them swan doors. More people are going to listen to me that we all say need to listen, that don't listen when they see them damn doors go up. More people. And when I talk to them and they hear me speak, you know what they say? What the? That paradoxical moment when you thought the neighborhood dope boy was not the dope boy.
And we can say, no, we're teachers. That's a beautiful thing. That's an amazing thing.
Priceless.
Facts.
That resonates with them for the rest of their life.
Do you know how powerful that is? That when they see young Black men, the first thing people think is drugs, sports, or entertainment?
And there's no shame in sports, music, and entertainment, but I'm just saying we can't have the whole damn community trying to thrive off a career rooted in sports, music, and entertainment and not want to do or have any role in the liberal arts. The creative directors, the screenplay writers, the voiceovers, the narrative, the people doing the narration. We don't learn the nuances of the business. We just want to be right in front of the goddamn camera. Not even realizing if you took a step back behind the camera and worked, you can wind up in front of the camera one day. And this is Hotep, because many people interpret Hotep to mean peace. It doesn't mean peace. The hieroglyph for Hotep is a table with bread on it. Because it was customary for me, whenever I come into somebody's world or I come into somebody's house, I need to give them something that represents me contributing to their world, not trying to take from them. So we normally use bread because bread was considered a provision that everyone needed. It was a fundamental aspect of what people ate. It was almost as equal, it was almost equal to water and sun. Bread, like the Bible says, give us our daily bread. So bread represents, you know, food in general. So Hotep means offering. And the manner in which we extended our Hotep, it became peace in connotation because peace was invoked. Peace was invoked when someone comes and sees you for the first time and says, here.
Hey, yo, and we be burning down the city back to back, coming to them foreigns like this.
Man, come on, this is what we did in the past. When I went to Egypt, no lie, Ramses, Pharaoh Ramses, or that Fereti Ramses had Ramesses, right? Which is a whole other thing because they always put sus or s, the Greeks and them. They always had s at the end of everything. So if it was Aset, it became ISIS or ISIS because the A can be pronounced as I. If it was Horde, it became Hordes. If it was Usaid, it became Usaidis or Osiris. So they always put a sis at the end of the words. You feel me? So I went to Ramesses, which they turned to Ramesses, right? Went to Ramses' chariot. They had rims. It was gold plated. He used actual gold, real gold, wrapped around his chariot. So this dude goes to war or he goes to the market. He had to have gold plated wheels.
Like your rims.
Yeah, and then another one had spokes all made of gold. And then the wheel plated gold. And I'm looking, I'm like, ain't this some nigga shit? You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
crazy. Yeah, right.
And I'm looking at something that's thousands of years old. And I mean, these things, they're high profile. Or I should say low profile, right? But the wheels are so big, they were bigger than the average chariot's wheels. You feel me? And gold plated, and the spokes being gold completely solid. I'm here looking at this joint like, yo, dude was coming through. You could imagine how everyone looked at him in awe when he first came out with that chariot. You feel me? Like everyone had the regular wooden chariot and he coming through with the gold rims. You know that stayed with us straight to 2017. Like, yo, when I get my V, watch what I do. That had to be something we adopted transgeneration. Something that's telling people, like, and I mean, when you go to Egypt, you see us with waves, you see us with locks. Yo, stuff that, I mean, it's not a knock to the teachers. Things that they never brought back for us to see. I put this in my book, my pictures and my videos on my documentary, everything. I put it out like, yo,